Lea Cavender, co-inventor of the Easy Bow Maker. Today I'll show you how to make some beautiful, beautiful items. The large angel bow, a small angel bow, and a Santa bow. These will make a beautiful addition to any of your holiday decorations, and you won't believe how easy it is to make these beautiful items. You can make the angel bows and the Santa bows using your large Easy Bow Maker or the Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. First, I want to show you how to assemble the bow maker. Simply take your small dowel and put it in the front small hole. The dowels are purposely oversized, so you will need to insert them with a hammer. Give it a good solid whack with a hammer, and the dowels will seat perfectly. They are not meant to be removed after assembly. First, we'll make the large angel bow. This is beautiful as a tree topper, for a table centerpiece, on a mantle, or as a gift for a special friend. To make the large angel bow, you'll need 6 yards of 2 to 2 5/8 inch ribbon. Because it holds its shape, I recommend using wire edge ribbon for the angel and Santa bows. You can buy one of our Easy Bows angel bow kits, or you will need a large porcelain head with cutout shoulders, porcelain hands, tinsel stem for a halo, a 16-inch piece of wire, and a gold instrument. First, place the wire between the 2 tall dowels. Then, measure your ribbon to 9 inches, about 1 inch over the edge of the bow maker. Slip it in sideways and give it a half a twist. The ribbon will be face up in the Easy Bow Maker. Next, measure this side to 9 inches and fold over to form a loop. Put the ribbon between the dowels and repeat on the opposite side. It's a simple movement, fold and twist. Continue until you have 3 loops, 9 inches long, on each side of the dowels. The half a twist is what keeps the right side of the ribbon up. So when you measure out, the ribbon will be wrong side up, fold it over to form a loop, it's right side up, in between the dowels, and twist. You can also make this larger or smaller depending on your preference, but of course you will need more or less ribbon if you vary. I'll simply pull these loops down to get them out of the way, and it should look like this. The next step is the wings. Fold to 5 inches, put in between the dowels and twist. Again, on the other side to 5 inches. We'll have 3 loops on each side, 2 at 5, 2 at 4 inches, and 2 at 3 inches. You can measure this exactly with your measuring base on the Easy Bow Maker, or you can simply eye it and get it about 1 inch shorter each time. And there we have the wings. It should look like this. Grab an end of the wire in each hand, crisscross between the dowels, and cinch. Then, holding the bow in the center, remove it from the dowels. Turn it upside down. Grab both of the wires, pull them to the back, and by pulling both at the same time, tighten the wire around the bow. Then simply give it a twist to secure. Now we have the skirt and the wings. And all we need to do is shape them. Pull the tallest loop for the wings up, then the 4-inch loop and the 3-inch loop. Pull the skirt out. Remember to put your hands in the ribbon. Don't crease it by smashing it down like this. Put your hands in the ribbon always when working with it, and it will fluff right up. Next, trim your streamers on a 45-degree angle, even with the skirt. There we have the wings and the skirt completed. Next, take your porcelain head, and it must be one of the heads with the cutouts in the shoulders. Turn it upside down and apply some hot glue to the front and the back of the inside of the porcelain head. Then attach it to the top of the center bow and hold it in place while the glue dries. You may need to press the ribbon into it to secure it. We also have light kits available. The light kit includes a plastic cone, which I'll show you how to assemble. Just fold it up. There's holes right here for your stapler. And this is nice if you plan to use your angel for a tree topper. You can wire her to the tree. You don't necessarily have to have the cone, but it is nice, and it's also helpful when you're working. Apply a little bit of hot glue to the top of the cone and simply sit the angel right down on top of it. Isn't that simple? Next, take your remaining ribbon, about 16 inches of ribbon, and wrap it around her shoulders. Often, you'll see the back is exposed. To keep the ribbon down, just put a little bit of glue there, and that'll hold the ribbon in place. Next, take some cording or thin ribbon, like we have here. It's also included in the kit. And tie it right around the waist. Just like that, in a simple knot. And clip it to the desired length. Fluff the wings, pull them upward, and see the shortest loops on the wings? This is where we'll insert the porcelain hands. Simply take a porcelain hand, run a bead of glue around it, place it in between the front loop, and press. Press the two ribbons together to hold it for just an instant. Then do the same thing with the next one. Right in between the front short loops. Next, we'll add a heart, which also comes in the kit. You can put the cording directly through the little hole on the heart. And I just tie it into place. Then lay the hands over like she's playing or holding her harp. Right like that. Next, take a simple gold tinsel stem, also included in the kit, form it into a loop, and just twist that a little bit to secure it. Cut it off. Add a little dab of hot glue, and we'll attach this to the back of the porcelain head. And there we have a gorgeous angel. She's about 14 inches tall. You could use this anywhere in your holiday home decor or as a gift. And she's so simple to make, we made her in just a few minutes. Next, we'll make a small angel. These measure about 8 inches tall, and they're excellent as ornaments on the tree, on a wreath, or on a gift. To begin, place a 16-inch piece of wire between the tall dowels using 1.5-inch ribbon. Measure to 6 inches. Place the ribbon between the dowels. Your streamer should now be face up. Fold to 6 inches. Place between the dowels and twist. Again, 6 inches, fold over to form a loop, place the ribbon between the dowels, and give it a 1/2 twist. We'll make 2 6-inch loops on each side of the dowels. Then pull the loops down towards you to form the skirt. It should look like this. Next, we'll make the angel wings. To do that, simply measure to 3 inches, fold over to form a loop, place the ribbon between the dowels. Again, to 3 inches. Next, we'll make a 2-inch loop on each side of the dowels. And finally, a 1-inch loop. Next, grab an end of the wire in each hand, crisscross between the dowels, and cinch. Trim your streamer, even with the skirt of the angel. Then lift the bow, holding it in the center. Turn it upside down, pull both of the wires to the back, and pull to tighten. Now twist your wire so it won't come undone, and fluff your angel. When fluffing the ribbon, remember to put your hands in the ribbon. It'll make full, professional-looking loops. Pull your angel wings up, the tallest loop being the highest. And just fluff. There we have the skirt and the wings of the angel. Next, using components from the angel kit, we'll attach the porcelain head. To do this, take your hot glue gun and run a bead of glue inside the breast and the back of the porcelain head. Then attach it to the center of the bow between the wings. And just hold it in place a second while it dries. Remember, this must be a porcelain head with cutout shoulders in order to work. Next, we'll wrap the shoulders with the remaining ribbon. You may want to secure this in the back with a bead of glue. Just wrap that around the bust, and using cording or very narrow ribbon, tie that in place at the waist. You can go ahead and add your instrument, which is included in the kit, a harp, a horn, anything suitable for an angel will do. Just tie that in place. You can also glue this if you like. Next, we'll add the hands by running a bead of glue in the shortest front loop of the wing with a bead of glue around the top of the arm, placed between the ribbon and hold in place. Again, just a little bit of glue there, and insert the other arm. Just press down to hold that in place. Finally, all we need is a halo. Using your gold tinsel stem, form a small loop, twist to secure, clip that off. We'll add a little bead of glue and attach it to the angel's head. These make beautiful tree ornaments and are especially lovely on a package. By putting this on a package, you're giving a gift with a gift, something that people can use on their wreath and are certain to keep. Next, we'll make an old world Santa bow. This is excellent as a tree topper, as a centerpiece, or on a wreath as a door decoration. To start, put your 16-inch wire between the tall dowels. Measure 9 to 10 inches. That's 1 to 2 inches off the board. Place the ribbon between the dowels and give it a half a twist. Here, I'm using 4-inch wide ribbon, but you can use 2-inch, 2 5/8, or 4-inch wide ribbon for this. Since I'm using the wider ribbon, I'm going to 10 inches on each side. And we'll make 2 loops on each side of the dowels, approximately 10 inches long. Now, if you were using number 40 ribbon, you would need 3 loops on each side of the dowels. This wider ribbon occupies more space, so you don't need quite as much of it. Now pull the skirt down. Like that. Okay? Next, we'll make the arms. Measure those. 7 inches on each side of the dowel. We'll only need 1 loop on each side, about 7 inches long. Again, if you're using narrower ribbon, you would need 2 loops here. Grasp an end of the wire in each hand. Crisscross and cinch down. Lift the bow from between the dowels by holding it in the center. Turn it upside down, pull the wire to the back, and pulling both wires at the same time, tighten it. Then just give it a twist to secure. That way you can be sure the wire will not come undone. Fluff your loops. Remember the trick of putting your hands in the loops to make the most of the ribbon. Make a much, much fuller bow. Next, to make the Santa, you can use the components in the kit. Next, we'll attach the porcelain Old World Santa head. Again, applying glue to the front and the back of the Santa so we can place him down here on the ribbon, sit him right on there, and hold in place. Right like that. On this particular piece, I like to use a contrasting ribbon to wrap around his shoulders. Solid velvet is nice. We'll just wrap that around, just like this. You can also use an acetate cone here if you think you might use him as a tree topper, in which case, put a little bead of glue around the cone. Just sit him down on top of that. Also makes a nice stand for a centerpiece. The cones are available separately or in like kits. And I'll put a dab of glue here in the back to keep his wrap around his shoulders. Tuck that under the beard. And we can also take the piece of cording here to form a waist. You won't need to cinch it too tightly. Just kind of fold the ribbon in place. Next, run a bead of glue along the loops of the arms and seal up the top edge. If you're using narrower ribbon, you could have 2 loops that you would glue together, just so you have enough here to form an arm. Since I'm using the wider ribbon, I just have the single loop. Next, run another bead of glue along the bottom edge of the wire and seal up the other section of the loop. It should now look something like this. Next, gather and fold the ribbon and insert the hands, just like that. We'll put a little bit of glue around the edge, insert it, and hold in place. Use some of the remaining cording to tie off just above the wrist. Feel free to be creative, mixing patterns, different types and widths of ribbon here. Again, bead of glue, insert the hand and hold in place. Just a little extra cording there. And tie this just above the wrist. Because this is wired ribbon, you can bend the arms. And fluff them up. You may want to have the Santa holding an instrument, a bag, any different number of items. And if you don't get a Santa with a hat already attached, you can add a hood for a real old world Santa look. And there we have a beautiful centerpiece for holiday decoration. We know you'll enjoy using your Easy Bow Maker to make these beautiful bows, the large angel, the small angel, and the old world Santa bows, as well as all the beautiful bows included in the instructions with your Easy Bow Maker. By using your Easy Bow Maker, your home will be the envy of your friends and family this holiday season. Be sure to look for future videos and products from Easy Bows.